Welcome back to A Closer Look. Anthony Newbold speaking with the Minister of National Security, the Honorable Marvin Dames. Minister, an effective prison system must complement what the police does. You about to name a new commissioner, I understand.
Oh, yes. We have completed the process and should be naming the next commissioner very shortly. And that will go hand in hand with our efforts to restructure and to retool the Bahamas Department of Corrections. Currently,
the name has changed.
Yes.
Have the attitudes changed?
Well, it's going to take more than that. And as I said to you in the previous segment, that it's all about working on the human resource component. And right now we have a new commissioner. We're now working on a new executive team, and I'm hoping that that new executive team will set the stage for the future development of that agency, which is so critical. But we have to start investing in people. We're now working with Corrections Canada. I've just signed an agreement with them to continue working with them to develop our human resource component. We're working through citizen security under Component 4 to develop and improve our human resource capabilities. So there's a lot of work that we're doing in that regard. We're also looking at how we can improve the physical environment. Our government would have invested hundreds of thousands of dollars under this fiscal period, and we're still doing so, to improve the physical environment of that department. Since coming into office, they had an administrative office with a leaking roof. I mean, it was major, and it's going to cost us maybe somewhere near about $400,000 to repair it. We have a company actually working to do that now. We're trying to improve the maximum security area. And we're working with our partners now as we do the research to determine what additional physical space will be needed to help us move towards rehabilitation.
Because I was going to ask you, is a new prison anywhere in this country's future?
Well, definitely new construction is foreshadowed. We're currently reviewing that. But we just don't want to just build a structure, and that is the problem. We're moving away from penal, more rehabilitation, right? And so we have to ensure that that structure is able to meet the needs of this change in environment that we have embarked upon. And so construction is in the foreseeable future. But also, we have to look at ways to where we can reduce the level of the number of persons in that facility. There are some persons, and we have to look at how we amend our laws, how we sentence, because, we send people to jail for almost any and everything. And I think that is something that, as a government, we're looking to alleviate the stress on that facility, but more importantly, the burden on the Bahamian people in terms of cost.
The idea is to have more efforts at rehabilitation to see if this kind of gentler approach would work. Of course, people would say, you need to be punished, put them on the chain gang. You don't do that anymore, do you?
No, I mean, we're at a place, Mr. Newbold, where we have to, it's all about investing in people. If someone makes a mistake, you have to give them an opportunity to change them. A study was done by the University of the Bahamas in conjunction with Bahamas Department of Corrections, as well as Citizen Security and Justice. And they looked at these inmates, and many of them are very disadvantaged. They go into this facility, can't read and write, don't have a trade, right? Didn't have a job, from broken homes. And so, they have been neglected somewhere along the way. Not saying that all of them can change. The vast majority of them, I contend, will. And there's studies out there that have proven that. And so now we're obligated, and we have been doing so. I mean, we just graduated from BTVI last year, at the end of last year, well over 100 inmates who have been trained in mechanical, IT, barbering, and all the various trades. And they haven't, I mean, we did not just design a program for them. They now have a legitimate BTVI document that they can take at the end of their time and go out and compete for a job. And we have been working to get jobs with them. You recall we had Ministry of Labor in, and we had labor on the blocks within the institution. So there's a clear demonstration that this government, our government, is totally committed towards the rehabilitation of our young men and women incarcerated at the Bahamas Department of Corrections.